Alright guys, well I'm back today with another high value upper assembly from Palmetto State Armory, and this one is really interesting and a first for the channel because it is a barrel length of 14.7 inches with a pinned and welded flash hider, bringing the overall length to 16 inches. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a later part of this review, but this also features a premium cold hammer forged barrel made by FN. I love the fact that Palmetto State Armory offers these premium, more top-tier upper assemblies, yet still at an affordable price. Now, unfortunately, the prices are fluctuating. Stock is in and out of stock, so I'm going to leave the price out of it, but give you all the information to find it, and you can look them up and see the current prices. I don't want to date this video and cause issues by stating a price, and then things change a week later. A lot of times with everything going on, you will be able to find these on sale sometimes, and then sometimes they're going to be regular price, depending again on what time of year it is and what is happening in the political landscape. With all that being said, I absolutely love PSA's premium uppers, and this is actually one of the fourth that I've owned with the FN Cold Hammer Forged barrel, and I've fallen in love with the concept of getting premium components at an affordable price. They also offer this premium upper assembly with more premium rail systems like the Geisley rail system and Geisley gas block, but this one actually features the PSA rail system and PSA gas block, so that is a nice touch to save yourself some money over some of their even more top tier options, but you get very, very good quality that PSA is producing in their upper assemblies. If you ever want to see the durability of a PSA upper, go check out my PSA torture test video. That is a complete PSA gun. We shot it with a 12 gauge shotgun, dropped it from a 40-foot shooting tower, ran it over with a truck, drug it with a truck, and that thing still functions great and works great to this day. Enough talking about that. Let's start from the front and work our way to the back, talking about those specs and features of this upper assembly. Like we stated earlier, this one has an A2 Burge cage flash hider pinned and welded to the barrel, and this allows it to be the 16-inch overall legal length that you need to put this on a rifle lower. So under the eyes of the law, this is a 16-inch barrel, again, because now that this is pinned and welded to the barrel, it becomes part of the barrel. Now, you can't cut that weld off or swap out muzzle devices and keep this on an AR-15 rifle lower. That would run foul of the NFA and you'd have an SBR, but in its current configuration, it's perfectly good. Now, why would you want to do something like this? For me, this is a great ranch rifle, home defense rifle, car gun, truck gun. You don't have to worry about that AR pistol stuff, if braces are okay, if braces are not okay. But then you get a very nice barrel length of 14.7 inches to really sling lead down range at a very high velocity. Yet you don't have to get the extra about 1.5 inches that you would if you were running a 16-inch barrel with a flash hider. So this really is kind of an amazing balance that treads right there on that 16-inch overall length, but still allows you to have a shorter than normal package, yet retain all of the good features of having a flash hider or comp on the end of it. Now, this attaches to the kind of Cadillac of barrels that PSA is offering. They're cold hammer forged, and this is going to be the chromoly vanadium steel made by FN. This is kind of referred to as their machine gun steel when it's used on FN's 249s and 240s, so you know it's going to be very durable. The barrel is also high pressure tested and magnetic particle inspected, so you're getting a premium barrel, and I can't say enough good things about these cold hammer forged barrels. I've taken some of their longer barrels out at distances and easily shot half-inch groups at 100 yards. And then something like this 14.7 is going to be plenty accurate because it does have a little bit longer length than a lot of your pistol uppers, but again, leaving it a little bit more compact, allowing you to be more nimble inside your home for personal defense. Surrounding that gas port is going to be that steel gas block, and it's going to be a low profile gas block, and they always do a good job of securing those on there. I've never had an issue. The other cool thing about this upper assembly is it's running a mid-length gas system. That mid-length gas system is going to allow you to have an incredible recoil impulse and really run high pressure 5.56 ammunition without worrying about overgas issues. This is gassed really nicely, although I found that with steel ammo, it was definitely at that 4 or 5 o'clock ejection pattern, but it locked back every time. It worked great. No issues with the gas system whatsoever. This is also really cool because if you do have one of those clamp-on suppressors that attach to a standard A2 birdcage flash hider, you can do that and not worry about over-gassing your system. And again, that recoil impulse is next to nothing because they've got this thing tuned amazing. Right now, it's sitting on an aero precision lower, but the internal components are actually PSA components with the PSA buffer. So if you want to grab some of those kits that they've been offering on sale, that would be a great build-up. And you could, again, attach it to whatever lower you wanted. I do like the PSA stuff for their high-value options. Now, this is a very interesting rail setup, and it leaves just enough barrel to be exposed if you did want to clamp on one of those suppressors, so that is a nice touch. It's got M-LOK slots all along the sides and the bottom, and a monolithic pick rail at the top to attach any types of lights, lasers, things like that, sights. It also has QD attachment points located on either side, and this is great for attaching those QD slings, and it locks up solid, and it lines up perfectly. You can see the anodization of this rail system is done really nicely, and I've never had a finishing issue with PSA, and I absolutely love the way the rails look. They're not like extra special with all types of engraving and weird cuts on the front. They're elegant, they're simple, they're functional, they're solid, and that's why I love them. Moving along to the upper receiver itself, this one is a standard upper assembly. The anodization matches up nicely. The dust cover works good, and the forward assist works good. Now, this one is actually running a bulk carrier group and charging handle from AIM Surplus and not a PSA BCG. The upper that I got sent from PSA did not come with a BCG and charging handle, so you can always upgrade that later, or you can select some of the premium upper assemblies when they're in stock with the BCG and charging handle. But I've never had issues with PSA's BCGs. Again, they just don't always offer everything with a BCG and charging handle, depending on what's in stock, what's not in stock during this kind of political turmoil that we're facing. In a nutshell, guys, this was 100% reliable. It functioned amazing. Again, the gas system is tuned very nicely for high pressure ammo, and it still runs steel just fine and locks back after the last shot. Now, a lot of people will run those really heavy buffer or heavy buffer springs. I found that this one runs the standard carbine ones the best. You don't want to put too much weight in this buffer system and overload that gas system because it is a mid-length gas system. There's no need for those H2 or H3 buffers when you're buying this upper assembly, so something to consider. If you happen to pick it up and throw it on one with an H3 buffer and a stiff 308 spring, and it's not cycling correctly with steel or weaker powered ammo, switch it back out to that standard carbine spring and it will be running great. This thing is a tack driver. I took it out to about 100 yards with a red dot and was plinking some steel. Worked great, functions great. I've got only positive things to say about it. The only thing I can hope, though, is prices and availability start leveling back out to normal soon. But right now, again, I'll leave all of this information in the description below to acquire this, and I'll also link everything over on my 704 Gear Facebook page and my 704 Tactical MeWe page. I'll link directly to these premium uppers so you can go through and pick one that meets your standards. Again, pretty impressed with the 14.7. I'm going to be shooting it a lot more. I love the overall feel and balance of a 14.7, so I think this is going to be an awesome rifle that's going to stay in the collection for a very long time. I also want to give a huge shout out to American Pawn & Gun located in Monroe, North Carolina for donating the ammo to help make this video. They threw over a couple of boxes of steel cased Tola ammo and we ran them through very fast, and then I shot a lot of brass cased ammo I had laying around. If you happen to be in Monroe, North Carolina, swing by American Pawn & Gun, check them out. They've got a ton of ammo in stock right now. I actually saw them buying some more the other day. Unfortunately, they don't ship, but if you're in the area, you can go over there, grab some ammo, tell them 704 Tactical sent you over, and they'll hook you up with some deals. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.